The manufacturer had made farming equipment, threshers, harvesters, machines for gentle work. Sergeant Vause found that funny in a way nothing was funny anymore. They'd retaken ground in 17 minutes. 17 minutes of sprinting between the rusted corpses of cargo 8 haulers, of snapping shots of black-armored silhouettes that moved too fast. Vorn's stubber hammering a sustained kept the word-bearers' heads down, while Stitches dragged a screaming Kess behind a collapsed hydration station. Las burn across the thigh, not deep. Kess had laughed high and hysterical while Stitches patched her up, needle in hand, spraying Sinskin across the wound moments later.
I thought I was dead,
she said.
Not yet,
Stitches had replied.
I need 8 more to make 25. You're 17.
Now they held the intersection. 4 streets converged on a plaza where some long-dead sculptor had erected a bronze emperor, arms spread benevolent, now headless from a bomb. The rubble made good cover. Vause had positioned Vorn's stubber behind the emperor's severed neck, giving him a killing field down the main thoroughfare. Yolanthe crouched beside her, methodically reloading power packs. Her hands didn't shake. Vause had watched for it.
Eastgate fell.
Yolanthe said. Not a question.
I heard.
My husband was there.
Vause said nothing. There was nothing.
He'd be proud.
Yolanthe continued, snapping her lasgun closed.
We took the highway back. Actual ground. From them.
Don't
what?
Don't hope.
The box crackled. High command, screaming coordinates, screaming hold, screaming advance, screaming everything at once. The regiment, what remained, was pushing north. The 88th stone walls had been attached to the 4th Armored Fur counter-assault that existed only in fragmented reports of officers who were already dead or currently dying. Vause made a decision. She always did.
We're not holding,
she said.
We're clearing.
Kess looked up from her lasgun, eyes too bright.
Sergeant.
Word bearers fell back to the secondary hablock. Standard doctrine, reform, concentrate, counterattack. We don't let them.
Vause thumbed her chainsword alive, the teeth caught in the dying light.
We hit them while they're praying.
Vorn laughed, a sound like gravel in a blender.
I like you, Sergeant.
You like not being shackled to a penal transport.
Same thing.
They moved in fire teams. Vause and Kess left, hugging the manufacturum's loading bays, Vorn and Yolanthe right, using the collapsed statue for cover. Stitches was between them. With his medkit and a las pistol, he'd fired twice in 12 years. The word-bearers had chosen a templum for their rally point, a shrine to the Emperor, ironically enough, now desecrated with 8-pointed stars and the flayed skins of civilians who'd hidden in the undercroft. Vause smelled it before she saw it. Blood and incense and something else. Something that made her teeth ache. Kess was breathing too fast.
Slow.
Vause whispered.
Aim small. They're big targets, but they move. Wait for the pause between steps.
Yes, Sergeant.
And Kess,
Yes?
if you die, I'm going to be mad at you. I don't want to be mad at you.
A shaky grin.
Understood, Sergeant.
They hit the templum's side entrance together. Vause high, kicking the rusted door, Kess low, rolling through, lasgun up. The word-bearer inside never finished his prayer. Vauce's chainsword caught him in the throat, teeth grinding through the ceramite and gristle, blood thick enough to choke the motor. She kicked the body aside, already moving. The interior was worse than she'd imagined. Not just desecration. A gross renovation of sorts. They built something in the nave, something that hurt to look at, that made Kess vomit without breaking stride.
Up,
Vause shouted.
2nd floor.
They climbed the pilgrim stairs, las bolts chewing stone behind them. Heretic Astartes, no helmet, face a ruin of scarification and devotional burns met them on the landing. Kess fired, missed, fired again, this time catching a joint in the knee that made him stumble. Vause didn't miss. The chainsword died halfway through his chest. She left it there, took his bolt pistol, wrong grip, wrong weight, but functional, and kept climbing. Vorn's stubber opened up from the street below. The sound meant Yolanthe had found her angle. By the time Vause and Kress reached the belfry, it was over. 7 word-bearers dead. The templum cleared. The 88th stone walls, 5 soldiers, 1 penal conscript, 1 broken chainsword, had taken a holy sight from the archenemy. Kess was laughing again, leaning against the rail, counting her remaining power packs.
23 shots.
She said.
I can make 23 shots count, Sergeant. I can...
The sky tore open. Not metaphorically, not a figure of speech. Tore. Vause saw it clearly. Saw the blue-white atmosphere of Cadia Prime split along a seam that couldn't exist. Saw something vast and black and wrong press through from the other side. Saw the orbital defenses she'd never witnessed fire everything they had at a target that simply absorbed the light. The ground moved. Not an earthquake. The planet convulsed. A dying animal. Vause hit the deck. Kess behind her, both of them screaming without sound. Below, she saw Stitches trying to rise, saw the highway, their victory, crack along its length. Cargo 8 haulers sliding into fissures that belched up molten light. Vorn was shouting. Yolanthe was silent, staring east, where the horizon had become a waterfall of rising stone. Vause understood. She understood that the war was over, that Cadia was over, that every meter retaken, every word-bearer killed, every desperate hope kindled in a 19-year-old's eyes had been rendered meaningless by physics and malice on a scale that dwarfed her entire existence. She understood, and she rose anyway.
Kess,
The girl was crying, still trying to aim her lasgun at the sky, at the impossible thing eating their world.
Kess, look at me.
Blank eyes, terrified, alive.
We're finishing this street.
Vause said.
What?
The Templum. We took it. We're holding it.
She was shouting over the end of the world, and her voice was steady.
I want Stitches, Vorn, and Yolanthe up here now.
They came. Of course they came. Cadians always came. Vorn dragged himself through the hatch, stubber still smoking, his remaining hand wrapped in a tourniquet he'd applied himself. Stitches helped Yolanthe, whose left arm hung wrong, broken in the convulsion. They assembled. 5 soldiers, 1 penal conscript, 1 broken chainsword, 1 bolt pistol with 4 rounds, facing the end of everything they'd ever known. The Black Stone Fortress. Vause would never learn its name, would never know the Terminus Est or Abaddon's 13 Crusades or the significance of what died today, pressed deeper. The atmosphere screamed. Below, it was all coming apart. Spires falling upward, the very geometry of the city unmaking itself.
Fix bayonets.
Vause said. They had no bayonets. They fixed them anyway. The gesture, the ritual.
Sergeant?
Stitches said. His voice was gentle, resigned.
My count was wrong. I only saved 16 today. The boy with the chest wound on the highway, he died while we were climbing.
17.
Vause said.
You saved Cass twice. That counts.
Stitches smiled.
Does it?
It does today.
The ground beneath the templum groaned. Everything tilted, not falling, not yet, but preparing. Vause could see the warp now, could see the Eye of Terror itself where the sky had been, vast and hungry and familiar, somehow like a memory of a nightmare. She raised the bolt pistol. 4 rounds, 1 for each of them if it came to that. She would not let them fall into the warp screaming. That much she could give them.
88th Cadian stone walls.
She said.
We're going to continue to clear this sector.
They stood shoulder to shoulder. Kess stopped crying. Yolanthe had found Vorn's shoulder. The first time she'd touched the penal legionnaire. The last time she'd touch anyone. The planet broke. Not exploded. Unraveled. The templum dissolved around them, stone and bronze and the headless emperor becoming light, becoming nothing, becoming screaming possibility. Vause felt herself coming apart, felt her atoms remembering they were merely suggestions. She fired the bolt pistol. Once, twice, 3, 4 times. She never knew if she hit them. She hoped she did. She hoped they died as soldiers. Cadian soldiers, holding ground that no longer existed, winning a battle that no longer mattered, faithful to the end, to an emperor who would never know their names. The 88th Cadian stone walls were listed as missing, presumed deceased in the fragmented records that survived the Fall of Cadia. No witnesses remained to report their final action. No historians would argue their significance. They were 5 soldiers, 1 penal conscript, 1 broken chainsword, 4 bolt rounds, and 17 saved lives on the last day of the world that made them. They were Cadians, and that was enough.